Hello, I have a thought for you to consider. I think we all can say that we have had times where we have stayed in something too long, whether it was a position at work or whether it was an employer, whether it was a position in ministry, whether it was a position in a nonprofit. And sometimes, it's even in relationships that didn't end in marriage. Sometimes, as humans, we have a tendency to stay in something too long. And I just want you to consider the thought process today of pivoting in the moment. As we go through things in life, as we encounter places where we may not be satisfied and we've tried everything and we're just stuck because we don't know what to do, I think we need to have a mindset to say, let me pivot in this moment. Let me get some help. Let me seek some coaching. Let me seek a mentor to help me make a pivot in this moment. Because if you were an athlete and you're running down the field in the middle of a play and it requires you to make a pivot to get around a defender, you have to make that pivot in that moment or else it's too late. That play would have been over, you would have been tackled, and it would be just a defeated moment. You can't go back and say, I wish I would have made this or I wish I would have done that. The same applies to life. When we are running down that field of life and we're in a situation that we're not comfortable with, or we're in a situation that we need to get out of, we have to make a pivot in the moment. And that moment has to sometimes come quickly. And sometimes we have to think about where we are and really consider all of the variables and make a pivot move based on that. So don't stay in moments of your life too long. Learn how to make that pivot so that you are not caught off guard, so that you are not unhappy, so that you don't do something that you will regret later in life because you didn't make that pivot move. So I just want you to consider that today. Make that pivot in the moment. Shalom.